The narrative dates back to the 60s, when the Nigerian youth assumed leadership upon independence. The story soon changed as different events were unveiled. Dreams are reborn, visions are revealed, and the Nigerian strength revived. Thus, the emergence of Nigerian youth in politics. This is the 2019 Weekly, powered by Youngster Development Initiative with support from Ford Foundation. 2019 Weekly, the voice of youth in politics.
Hello and welcome to the 2019 Weekly powered by Youngster Development Initiative with support from Ford Foundation. My name is Ifenla Jedediah Olimide, and with me is the amazingly awesome.
All these accolades. Thank you, Ife. My name is Anne Chukwuemeka. Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of 2019 Weekly. And this is a program designed to promote youth inclusion and emergence in political leadership, with special focus on the Nigerian 2019 general election.
Every week we should focus our attention and discussion on youth aspirants, youth candidates, and the journey into the political and electioneering arena in Nigeria. We'll explore why they're running, what offices they're working for, the offices they're running for, and the challenges in setting up campaign and raising funds and in engaging political stakeholders.
On this show, we'll also explore how the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) is preparing for a free, credible, and inclusive 2019 election. We'll also talk about how political parties are ensuring that young candidates, young females, and also people with disabilities are given equal chance to participate.
For these and more interesting issues, you do not want to miss any part of the 2019 Weekly. Now that the Not Too Young to Run bill has been signed into law, we're more and rest assured that Nigerian youths are ready to run.
Yeah, in the spirit.
In case you're wondering what we are talking about, this conversation dates back to 2 years ago, 26th of May 2016, to be precise, when the Not Too Young to Run bill to reduce the constitutional age requirements for running for elective office in Nigeria was first read on the floor of the House of Representatives.
Absolutely, yes. Now, on the 26th of July 2017, the Nigerian Senate passed the bill with an overwhelming majority, and some was passed by a large majority in the House of Rep on the 27th of July.
What a long journey, huh?
It is actually a long journey.
But then the bill was signed into law on the 31st of May in the presence of the leadership of the movement and youth drawn from 36 states of the Federation.
Now, at this point there,
yeah.
I'm beginning to feel that how I wish I was actually there to attend the big events.
Are we still talking about the same thing?
Yeah.
You wish. What's this thing they say about wishes, Aussies, flying?
Okay, let me put you through.
Thank you.
Please, I'm good at literature. I'm good at idioms.
Thank you.
You myself.
Okay, what's
then let me tell you the line. Now, if wishes were horses, let us ride.
Are you done? Connect the dots. I know you're smart. Connect the dots.
I helped you out. You should.
Okay, whatever. Unfortunately for you, you can't turn back the hands of time. But then, by the second day, that is on the 1st of June, we were able to cover the press conference put together by the Not Too Young to Run movement.
Sure, we were. Now, even though we were not in Aso Rock history, history would be complete without me mentioning the fact that Anne Chukwuemeka, that's me actually, was there to cover the Not Too Young to Run movement press conference.
You know what, Anne? There you go again. Are you being serious? Why are you being selfish? It wasn't only you. We went there together.
Oh, how would I forget
we went there
the fact that Ifena was disturbing me in the conference? Okay, we're there.
Okay, guys, I was not disturbing her like she said. I was the one who was doing the dirty job. I was marketing or trying to get people for her. Yes or no?
Dirty job?
Yes, now I was the one getting people.
Okay, now for the sake of time, if you go back and forth in this process, we'll end up fighting.
Please, don't spoil my shine. Anyway, yes, before we get to carried away with our conversation and discussion, we have a guest in the house to join us in this Not Too Young to Run conversation in person of Mr. Ayodele Ayomeposi. Now, Mr. Ayodele Ayomeposi works with Youngster Development Initiative Nigeria. He is a youth mobilizer and also a youth developer. You're most welcome, Mr. Ayomeposi.
Very much.
All right, so very quick concerning this Not Too Young to Run bill. what trends are we expecting from Nigerian youth, especially with respect to the political sphere?
I think catching on from where you stop, I think it's important we celebrate the IGA team for coming up with this concept and celebrating those in government also for, say, for supporting it, the president, Honorable Tony, and all those behind the scene. But going forward from that, I want to say we should expect more young people to run. We really expect more of them to come chasing offices from the government, from local governments to state governments, then to the federal government. Also, we're also expecting that young people will participate more in the political process, because there's this look that the people that were running previously were elders. Now we have young people running, so there's this sympathy. Let's support our own. Let's support our own. So we'll have more of them, and it will reduce violence during.
Sorry to cut you on that. Do you think Nigerian youths will vote for Nigerian youths? Do you think the young ones will vote for the young ones?
I think so very much. I think so very much. Reasons being that looking at the way things are going, we've been having lots of thoughts from various sectors, various loopholes in the country. So young people want to see other young people run, and they would really appreciate that flair. They would really have. So you won't come to my organization, for instance, we have lots of young people talking about young people that have mentioned or that have called themselves out to run. So it's an exciting experience to see people at your level, your grade mates, running for office. So you want to show support.
I guess so. You're right. So in conclusion, what do you think is the future for Nigerian youth?
I think the future is very bright, and it's another opportunity. Like, I would think it's another opportunity that posterity is giving to us to correct the dents we had previously. After independence, we had young people leading the nation, but we had little things they didn't have how to manage it well. But I think the youth of this time have the capacity to correct that part and then leave something for the future. Saying that it won't actually change in the next 1 year or 2 years, but we're looking forward to great things that should happen. And I would really encourage other youths that are not even into politics to build their capacity, and those going into politics should also build their capacity. See for instance, the program, the JAF project, it's helping to build capacity for political office. But outside political office, youth should generally just build their capacity, and for whatever spare. The political guys are doing their stuff. Wherever you are, you're doing your stuff, and we're leading well as a nation. That's my thought.
Well then, Mr. Yomi has said it all. Youth should build their capacity. Thanks for your time, Mr. Yomi. I hope the next time we call you, you'll be able to come.
I'll be glad to show up anytime.
Alright then, before we continue, let's quickly go see some parts of the press conference we covered and the interview we conducted. We'll be right back.
At the center of this debate is a question on whether young people possess the competencies for public leadership or the economic power to navigate the tide of Nigeria's expensive political process. As a movement, we cannot conclude without restating our commitment to inclusive politics, transformative leadership, and democratic governance. The movement will retain its identity as a non-partisan, citizens-led movement dedicated to the defense of democracy and nation building. The movement will not, shall not transit or morph or metamorphose into a political party. The movement will retain its identity as a non-partisan, citizens-led movement of citizens dedicated to the defense of democracy and nation building. The movement will not transit into a political party. We're enjoining all youth across the country to take up the challenge to serve our great country, Nigeria. One shared value, one goal, and not too young to run. Our shared value and our shared goal, it's not too young to run. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Now, over 2 years of waiting for the bill to be passed, now we are happy and Nigerians are actually celebrating that the bill, the Not Too Young to Run bill, has actually been passed. Now, we are live at the press conference organized by the Not Too Young to Run campaign, and I have here with me Farouk Ibrahim. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Farouk, now with looking at the fact that the bill has been passed, now do you think how do you think Nigerian youth can actually leverage on this bill to get into office?
I think Nigerian youths have already started to leverage on the bill. There are many young men and women who have indicated interest to run, and they're just waiting for the bill to be passed by the president. Across party lines, all across the country, we've seen young people have taken ownership of the campaign. Many of their campaign slogans, many of their campaign posters have the slogan, "Not too young to run." So I believe young people are ready. The next stage for us as a campaign and as a movement is a Ready to Run initiative to identify young people, promote them, support them in their aspirations and their candidacy as well.
My name is Lois Auta.
Okay, so what now since the bill has actually been assented to, so what are the chances of youth, especially people with disabilities, in getting into office?
This bill being passed into law will create more opportunities for youths with disabilities to participate in politics fully. How? Some political parties have already opened their electoral systems for persons with disabilities. For instance, those that wants to run, the nomination forms are free for persons with disabilities. I know of APC, I know of PDP, and some parties are inclusive when it comes to participating in politics or running for elective positions. So my advice to persons with disabilities that are competent and of good character is they should be bold enough to pick up those nomination forms. They should have their manifestos, and they should ensure they deliver whenever they are elected into an office.
So what's your name?
Nana Wachuku.
Okay, now so how can Nigerian youth leverage on the bill to get into office?
Now, for people who are interested in running for office, if you notice, there's been a 5-year reduction in almost all the elective offices, minus that of the state governors on the state.
Yeah.
It gives you the opportunity to start preparing within your community, within your party. And there are new parties that are coming up, so we don't have to battle with the big wigs. Work within your new parties, try to show yourself capable and consistent, and probably people will vote for you. There's also the chance of raising funds before young people who are about to attain the age of 30. They wait till the next year based on the election calendar before they can run for office, because they're technically 10 to 29 and some months, and they've been building their communities, they've been building through their parties, they've been preparing for office. Now that barrier is thrown down, so there's more people coming into the pool, more competent people. Nigeria will have to make a choice between people that already exist, new people they have seen show workings in their communities, in their businesses, in everything, people that are capable of handling issues, addressing issues, and coming up with modern solutions. So we have more people in the pool now.
Now you've all seen it. I was only one making mouths. It was seen.
What are you talking about?
Now Ifella has been going on and on and on and on and on about attending. Now whose face do you see? People can answer that.
Okay, I don't even know what to say right now, but why are you always seeking for attention?
I'm not seeking for attention.
You are!
I'm attention itself.
Don't worry. Don't worry. This is to congratulate the several state houses of assembly that said yes to the bill.
Amazingly, the bill as assented by the president reduced the age qualification for the office of the House of Representatives and State House of Assembly from 30 to 25, while the age qualification for the office of the president was reduced from 40 to 35.
Interestingly, or do I say disappointingly, the age qualification for the offices of governor and senate was retained at 35 years, contrary to young people's demands.
But then, we have hopeful that the age qualification for the offices of the president, governor, and the president, and also the Senate will be reviewed and made in tandem with the movement's proposal of 30 years.
And maybe
I look
people like
forward to
me. Wait now.
Okay, wait.
By then, people like me will be able to run for president.
But before then, I'll have become the Minister of Information. Please.
You and this, I beg.
I'm
See,
campaigning.
by that time, I would have become the president because the law would have allowed for more to be president.
But look at the bright side again. Now,
Yes.
if you become the president, I'll probably be running the second term in office for Minister of Information.
But by then, I would be able to run for president.
I know you appoint me.
Generally, I would say that the signing of this bill into law is an affirmation of a belief in inclusive democracy, because democracy thrives when citizens assert, when they are able to assert their sovereignty through elective, through effective, strategic, and systematic engagement with democratic institutions.
Absolutely, yes. Now, if you're just joining us, this is the 2019 Weekly, powered by Young Stars Foundation, with support from Ford Foundation West Africa. Now, this program is designed to promote youth inclusion and emergence in political leadership, which focus on the 2019 general election.
And as we fix to wrap up this episode, let's quickly see the INEC's website for the countdown in case you think we've forgotten.
This is how much we can do today. When we return next week, we'll have something awesome to show you.
And then, until then, a great Nigeria is possible because youth are taking responsibility to build a great Nigeria. So if you're out there, you believe you have what it takes, you have the leadership capacity, capability, and ability to lead and serve Nigeria through politics, we have just one message for you.
Remember, the best time for you to run, win, and impact is now.
Once again, I remain Ifenla Jedediah Olumide.
And I am the lady with many accolades. My name is Anne Shukunwike. See you next time.